a serious statement, eh? So of course, one should be very careful where they attribute this life giver and the keeper of life stuff. So I ain't upset with no one at all. I understand. But anyway, give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life, Emperor Haile Selassie the First, glorify the Black Christ, the Honorable King Emmanuel Charles Edwards, and of course Marcus Mosiah Garvey for sure, just showing us
because no race has the last word on culture and civilization.
What's going on. And for sure, family, you don't know, Honorable Priest Isaac here with you, definitely just happy to share a meditation with the eye and joyful meditation going through the earth. We're going to have a wonderful sit down this evening. We're going to be continuing the whole realms of our economy to some degree and just raising the standard. That's really where the energy is. And of course, we are pointing towards the upcoming webinar. Well, wait, hold on. The upcoming webinar is Sunday, but we are also pointing to the webinar in December. So let me be clear. The 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd, the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd day of December. The 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd day of December. Yeah, we're talking about Royal Black Webinar. We will be doing this again for 3 days. Each day at 3 p.m., the premiere, the stream will begin. Radio and right here on Radio and the International Flavor, the Universal Spice. Or you could also join us on Radio and TV. That's on the YouTube, who visualize the presentation that will be coming your way. Family, if you are serious about self-growth, if you are serious about advancing your career, if you are serious of your economic growth and your economic status, whatever, if you're serious about life, if you're serious about taking care of yourself, your health, your young ones, your loved ones, your mother, your father, your community, your church, your club, if you are serious about any of these things, and I'm talking about empire building, that's what your brother is serious about. I don't just want to repair mommy's house. All of that is good, but we want to build, rebuild, restructure, resurrect the empire that has already been set down by the emperor himself. You see what I'm saying? My people ain't going on with nothing today. My people, the people who I identify with, whether it's black people, whether it's Rastafari, whether it's the conscious community, whether it's Bobo Shanti, nothing going on for us. Listen, what's going on? Come on, man. Nothing going on for us. Those who think something going on is because you don't really know what's going on. So because you're not aware of what's going on, it looks as if something going on for some of us. But this is why the mindset has to change, because the mindset has miseducated us. The mindset has us settling for mediocre. Even if it's in the millionaire bracket, we still settle for mediocre. We applaud the millionaire basketball player for setting up a school for boys. Give thanks. But what is being taught in the school for boys? I mean, I'm not upset with him or them for doing these things. But it's the same old that our slave master gave us. We're just painting it black and being good niggers. And those of us who know better, we still applaud them because it appears as if they're doing something. At least it's the heart that counts. But in the same way that a wealthy or rich black basketball player can set up a school for boys, or a rich lady like Oprah can set up a school for girls all the way in South Africa. Yes, that is good. But when you go into the schools, what are they teaching them? The same thing that you get in the regular school. Nothing revolutionary in there. Well, everybody's not like you, priest. It's the heart that counts. I agree. I agree. But in the same vein, do you know, and I'm not necessarily speaking of Oprah or maybe LeBron James or whoever, but in the same way that they could open those schools from their heart, they could be paid. They could be bribed, not them specifically, but anyone else could be bribed and paid to open schools, to open hospitals that will be a detriment to our children. So in other words, somebody fly down here and open a hospital. So one of our, sons of the soil who went away and became rich, and he comes here and he opens a clinic for us so we can carry our little babies so they can get their vaccines early and all of that. We look at that as, that's a good thing he did for the community. We understand. I get the point, because I myself have been, what's the term, engineered to think like that. Someone comes and builds a sport complex, basketball and tennis and all of that. That's a good thing he did for us. Waste of time. I'm serious. Because when you're really conscious, you understand the plot behind sports. Yeah, it develops brotherhood and exercise, and you work out the sweat. I know you can keep you healthy, don't get me wrong. But there's a plot behind sports. You need to listen Francis Cresswell Wilson about sports. So you see, the point I'm making is that the consciousness is deep. Very deep. We can't afford to be meddling with petty consciousness. Because petty consciousness is, well, it's Christmas and, the kids down here together, they don't have anything. So I just brought in a black Santa Claus on a donkey. And say we give some gifts to the kids, and we applaud that. And to be honest, the little children will be happy for the gifts, And the same individual that is doing this, he may actually bring some better gifts. He may bring some money and put it in the hands of the parents too. Good stuff, isn't it? But the idea behind it, we're doing it in the spirit of the pagan festival. We're even bringing a black Santa fraud on a donkey so he can look Caribbean. This is why a person like me, I'm like a chief security for consciousness. I see these things coming from afar. And because we are so raggedy poor, and when I say poor, I don't mean, well, that too. But I mean the state of our mind, the state of our consciousness is so raggedy and poor that anything comes our way, we just lap it up. Yeah. But anyway, family, again, I'm just encouraging you and reminding you of the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd day of December. This is where we are now. I'm telling you, that is where the tiger's nest is right now. Freedom, redemption, and international repatriation. Those of you who want to continue to rap on King Charles' door and whoever else's door, beg for reparation, keep it up. In fact, maybe I shouldn't say beg and make it sound like that. Sorry. Advocate for our reparatory justice. Keep it up. And I am with you. So forgive me if it sounded away. But it's just because that's not my main intention at all. Maybe that's why it came out. So my main intention is for us as a people to rise our standard. You must understand, even wealth, building wealth is a serious game wherein the enemy will be watching you like a hawk. So you must even keep that in mind, because the same basketball player that's building a school, give thanks. But if he and the rest of the team come together and say, let's buy several ships and start some trade from here to Africa, they're in problems. They're in trouble. So you got to be wise enough to even go around that. when they see you getting too wealthy, especially in a capitalist society like the US, as a black man, the first thing they do is give you a white woman. In fact, I'll be going into some of that this evening. We're going to be highlighting a few wealthy millionaires and speaking of how they came from nothing, as they call it, to where they are today. And again, I will be showing you how the system infiltrates these people here to make sure they toe the line. Don't go too far, Negro. You ain't free no niggas here. You just keep the wealth for you and your little brats. And when you're dead and gone, we'll find a way to get it from them. That's the system. Now, subject this evening. Yes. Hey, welcome to the Tiger's Nest family. Yeah, this is a program that comes to you every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evening at 7 p.m. What time? 7 p.m. And if you're not a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest, I am encouraging you right now to subscribe to the Tiger's Nest. And what does that mean? That means you'll never miss, You will never miss another episode of the Tiger's Nest again when you become a subscriber, which really means now all you have to do is email me, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. In fact, you are listening to us on the website, so obviously you already have access to the subscription agenda. You can get a monthly subscription, 6-month subscription, or a yearly subscription, an annual subscription. And the bigger the package, the more economical it is. Remember, one of these programs is like cents in, 17, 18 cents per program. And remember, these are educational programs. The kind of information we're going to be dropping tonight. So just contact me. You can email me, priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com, and you will never miss another episode of the Tiger's Nest again. I will make sure that we email it to you and you get it in your inbox after the program. So this program that is going on now, when this done, we send it to all of our subscribers. Become a subscriber to the Tiger's Nest. Okay, beautiful. Now, what I want to do, as we are sticking on the economic theme, I want you to listen to this.
Can you repeat your question?
Yes, with pleasure. We have seen pictures of you applauding the flogging of policemen. We have seen and heard stories, many of them, which are all validated, of thousands and tens of thousands of Asians being evicted from their country. You took their property, you didn't pay them. Is that your wave of the future? Is that all the love you're mentioning all this time?
I think you believe in rumors, and some of this picture, it is not might be from Uganda. I think the people whom I sent away of the British citizens, they were controlling 99 economy of Uganda, all business, industries, and everything. And on top of that, I requested them, when I took over in 1971, the power was handed over to me by the members of the armed forces. I asked them to apply for Uganda citizenship. They refused. And they control 99% of the economy. And the whole money they are getting, they don't bank this money in Uganda. They bank this money outside Uganda. And I am sure if they were still up to now, Uganda could have been bankrupt completely. And therefore there is no other opportunity. The only opportunity was to take that decision for the interest of the people of Uganda. And then I took that decision, but I said that I will pay the compensation.
Listen.
And which I have written to the all government concerned. I'm sure the United States, I have already paid them cash, and I have written to government of the United Kingdom, and the discussion is going on. And I have also written to India, which they have got a few Indians. I'm sure the delegation will be coming from India, to discuss with the government of Uganda, and we shall pay. We don't say that we cannot pay, but some of the other point which you are saying, it is not true at all. You will find that Uganda is one of the best country in the world, I will say, as a president of that country.
And this is why I even refer to Big Dada or grandfather here when it comes to economic matters, because Amin Dada launched the economic war in Uganda. When you see he drove out the Asians and the Jews, that's why they hate him so much, because he was willing to put the economy back into the hands of his own people. Of course, there are a few other leaders that would have tried that, and you know how they dealt with them. Anybody that wanted the gold for themselves, how on earth, Mr. Patrice Lumumba, you just came along and want to take away all of the resources and give it back to your people? Yo, just move him aside and call Joseph Mobutu for me. If Joseph Mobutu was a real strong man and he carried on the concept of Patrice Lumumba, even if he killed him, the people would rejoice. We of the conscious community would hail him and say, yeah, give thanks if he stood up like Idi Amin Dada. Idi Amin Dada put his life on the line, to stand up against Britain and America. Kick out all thousands of Asians who were milking his economy and leaving the Ugandan citizens dirt poor. Museveni knows this. Museveni knows that Idi Amin was the best thing that Uganda ever inherited. That is why you have people like John Snow. John Snow. His video is on the YouTube. In fact, I did a video on YouTube where I used that clip. John Snow was in Uganda, the same John Snow you see on History Channel.com now. I think he's an award-winning journalist. He was in Uganda explaining that, hey, listen, this is not the country that is falling apart at the seams like media, the world media would like you to believe. John Snow, He was explaining that, listen, it's just up to date, up to standard cars around here, brand new cars, not just brand new, but up to date. So if it's 1975, we're looking at 1974, 1975 models. The supermarket's well stocked, everything is, there's no poverty here, nobody on the street begging. The only thing is that a few things are a bit expensive. Expensive for who? Expensive for you, Jon Snow, because you coming from a poor place. You just said nobody here poor, no one begging, but things expensive. That's okay, because we are an affluent people. Idi Amin Dada, our God and King, brought back them standards to us coming out of slavery and colonialism. He is a champion amongst us, but they try their best to make him look as if he's something otherwise. And if you noticed, he clearly explained that he would have paid off America and Britain. And well, at the time of this, he was in the process of, but after this, he surely did, and even the Indian government. You heard him. He just explained that the Indian delegation is coming to make sure everything is worked out, and we will be paying everyone off. So it was no quote-unquote bad man thing, rough them up thing. It was just the diplomatic genius of the great granddaddy himself, Idi Amin. So it's obvious again when we are getting into the discussion of the economy. This is why we have to start here. All of what I'm doing, is preparation for when we begin this process of our economic growth. On Sunday, not Sunday, well, Sunday coming too, but the 20th, the 21st, and the 23rd, 22nd, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, when you see we begin that process, we're not going to have time to go back to any old story to try to straighten us out. So this is why we're taking the time now to polish off our understanding of history, to see the foundation of our circumstances, why we are in this state, what brought us here, what is keeping us here, and how we will get out of here. Most of us, when we think, if we think of any wealth, we're thinking about ourselves. We hardly think about our brothers and sisters. I mean, your literal brothers and sisters. I mean, who you grow up with. Many of us, we don't even think about that. The more people you bring with you is the further you go. So let's just assume you make $1 million on your own. To make 10, you got to bring people with you. You're not going to just make $10 million. You have to bring, let's just say, 3 other people with you, and they're going to make, let's say, 3 million apiece. And because they're making 3 million apiece, whatever you all are doing, because you have to have a network, you have to have teamwork, you have to have like-minded people. You're not going to do it by yourself. Just believe that you can go, I guess, some distance by yourself, but not them distance there. So you're going to 10 million, you have to have a team that you're making, that you're enriching as well. Because you enriching them, obviously, is going to assist them to assist you in enriching you. So again, you did it by yourself. You're alone with your one little company by yourself, you made $1 million. Wow. You want to step up the game, you have to employ people and you have to deal with them with justice. If your company is doing good, your employees should be doing good. You create incentives, you create opportunities for them that they can make more than the regular salary that you're giving them by compensating them and, you know, as I said, in incentives that have been created for them so that they can make percentages off of sales and these things. That's what we do here. I already explained that earlier. If you become a salesperson for the Priest Isaacs Institute, you get 50% of everything you sell. Now listen to me, it's not that easy. You're not just going to call me and say, hey, Priest, I want to join your team. Okay. And then we hear from you once a month. Maybe at the first of the month, you say, hey, I just sold a book. I just want my 50% commission. Of course, you will get it. But then we will tell you, listen, brother or sister, you got to step up the game. You understand? You coming on our team, and then we're just hearing from you once a month. That's a burden on us. It's all right. We don't need someone on our roster that is selling one product a month, yo. You may think that's a help. No, that's a strain. We want people on our team that understands the importance of going out and making a sale every day. So wait, in my office here, what do you think we thrive on? A day cannot pass by and we're not selling. So if you're gonna join the team and you're getting an incentive where you're getting half, we have a product that is $300. You go and you sell that course, you get $150. No question asked, no long waiting. If you was to organize yourself properly, man, you can make $300, $400 every day just by selling a product that you didn't even make. You don't even have to have it in stock. You just wake up and wash your face and brush your teeth and say, go. But believe me, you're not selling. I don't care. You may think, well, I'm a master salesman. Well, that's good. Sales is not no easy thing. Sales will make you give up and cry. You have to be relentless. You have to have confidence. You have to be ready to stick your feet in the door, or your foot in the door, your feet too, to reach where you need to go. Because sometimes when you put your foot in the door squeezes your foot in. But you got to be relentless. So the initial point was, if you're going up the ladder, you have to bring people with you. But we have a culture where we don't like to see people evolve. We don't even want to see our own brother. We don't want to see our own sister evolve with us. People only happen to evolve with us because we realize that we need them. It wasn't really because we want them to rise the standard too. This is sick. That's how sick we are as a people. We need plenty help. We're bad-minded and we're selfish. Just naturally, well, not naturally, but it has become our second nature. And then now when you bring economics into it, oh, it's rather worse. You see me talking about economy and money and millions, and I have an ad plane and a jet plane, and oh, Lord of God, no, where's he going? We don't need this. Oh, scared of yourself. Scared of Mansa Musa. Cha. And then we want to have the nerve to be talking about freedom and redemption. Redemption is money, yo. When you redeem something, you buy it back. Not on credit, eh? When the Christ came and paid the price for sin, he didn't use his credit card. He paid it with the wealth of whatever he had to pay it. So family, the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd, eh? That's of December. And of course, Sunday coming, the 26th. The 26th of November will be another webinar. All these webinars are free. Eh? And this is, of course, Ancient Astronomy. Ancient Astronomy. The Rudiments of Ancient Astronomy. And keep in mind, family, listen to me good. Remember that until the end of November, you will be, the offer still stands. We are our Ancient Astronomy course, only $99. I repeat, our Ancient Astronomy course, only $99 until the end of November. So definitely, family, make sure you take advantage of that. All right, very good. Now, let us get into the subject for the evening. I like when I say that because it shows you how deep the tiger's nest is. Eh? You would be listening and you're well comfortable and you say, wow, he started already? Yeah, he's soon done. Yeah, he's soon done. The introduction. Now it's time to get into the subject for the evening. Yeah, this is PriestIsaacInstitute.com Radio Anu. Now, and those who may be checking this on another network, when the network comes off, you got to press the link in the description to find us on Radio Anu. Now, what I want to do this evening,